So, we reached the end of Season 2, shorter than Season 1, but very full, as you no doubt recall from our last few episodes. We pick up with the big event that's kicked things off, the explosion that destroyed Optimus Primal's original body. The shockwave is still traveling through space, and soon is going to be reaching future Cybertron. But don't worry, that's not bad news, it's great news. The ripple of doom won't really bother them too badly, but it will draw their attention here, so that the Maximals can be rescued, and can visit the diviest of dives on Cybertron.
I know this little place where you can get dirty mech fluid mixed with just a touch of radium. It'll take your head right off. Not only that, not only that, but the servant butts are walking around minus their torso plates, you know what I mean?
Go on. Meanwhile, Inferno is telling Megatron that the plan that Dinobot interfered with is now screwed. The proto-human tribes have fled and hidden themselves. So, we're going to have to think of something else to do in this week's animated toy tie-in work than genocide. No, instead we're going to fall back on sexual tension. Silverbolt has rendezvoused with Black Arachnia, and while she pulls a gun on him, that's just her way of saying hello. He gives her a doohickey, but also says that she should see about giving up her Predacon ways and becoming a Maximal. She, on the other hand, thinks that she should stay a bad girl and make out with him, and for the moment, he seems to be on board with that. Moral alignment is all well and good, but not all of us have access to a bar without chest plates. Meanwhile, the transwarp shockwave of badness has screwed with the Predacon base, but the leadership has identified the source of it, leading back to Megatron. They are very annoyed with him. Right now they have to lick Maximal ass, but they're working in secret to one day rise up and reclaim the position of top dog. That's why Megatron needs to stop screwing all that up. His efforts are just making their job harder. So finding out he's alive, even in the past, is a problem. So they blow up a satellite to eliminate a portion of the wave so that the Maximals can't detect it, and then send in one of their own agents to deal with it. Keep it on the QT, rather than advertising that your black sheep is busy trying to retroactively exterminate the human race. Back on Earth, Optimus is worried that Megatron might try something in these last hours, but it's a bit difficult to get everyone on the same page with Rat Trap teasing Silverbolt about his rendezvous with Black Arachnia. He does at least resist the urge to do the pelvic thrust gesture, so we should thank him for his restraint here. The Predacons are indeed planning something. Inferno and Waspinator are even working on building a big cannon. That will surely get the job done, unless some idiot blows it up. I still would have lost the bet. I had my money on Quick Strike. Still, despite that, the Predacons are doing a pretty good job with just their normal weapons. So it's really lucky that the ship from the future finally arrives. Unlike the fair play of other cloaked ships, this one can fire while invisible. And considering it wouldn't be a fair fight even if it was opaque, well, it's no surprise Megatron calls for them to fall back to their base. But seemingly having anticipated this possibility, I have to admit it's a pretty flexible plan if time-traveling invisible spaceship is one of the contingencies that you have prepared for. I mean, even Batman would be checking his utility belt for options if that one cropped up. But if you're a Maximal, times like this are when you're going to have to play dentist even for horses that are gifts. So they're on edge. All the more so when the hatch opens and Silverbolt smells something. Unusual, I mean. I'm not talking about the normal funk of being around Rat Trap. Optimus explains what he suspects is going on, filling in some fan-loving backstory for us. After the Autobots won the Great War, some of the Decepticons were granted amnesty, and one was actually rebuilt into a Predacon form. Glad that worked out so well. But this is none other than Ravage, the faithful feline follower of the original Megatron, and who bunked out inside of Soundwave's infinitely deep chest cavity.
You will pardon my shooting the weapons from your hands. I only wish to avoid any regrettable accidents to my person.
He's just showing off because he has thumbs now.
The only thing worse than a stinking Pred is a stinking Decepticon.
Ah, that's the perfect setup for a jump cut. Next thing you know, Rat Trap and Ravage are laughing together in that topless bar. So I said to him, "Star scream? More like star whining. Ha 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 ha. Ah, he's a ghost now." "Yeah, we met him." "He's so annoying, even killing him wouldn't shut him up." Ravage is on their side in all of this, making clear the Predacons do not sanction what Megatron is doing, and he's here to handle things discreetly, hence why the Maximals weren't informed of what was happening. Speaking of secrets, Black Arachnia is using the doohickey to get a pod hovering again, without Megatron's knowledge, although he's annoyed that she missed out on the big battle. One more handgun against the invisible time-traveling ship obviously would have made all of the difference. Speaking of which, it's flown over, dropping everyone off to attack Megatron's base. Rather literally dropping them off, actually.
Optimus Primal, flight mode!
Yeah, probably should have done that right away. Free-falling against automated turrets is a bit like painting a target on a rusty wheelchair.
Yes! Maximal!
So somehow Dinobot is dead and this guy is still alive? You've proven to me Darwin was wrong.
Boy!
I rest my case. However, the worst problem happens when Black Arachnia arrives. She's using the pod as a hovering platform. Easy pickings for Silverbolt's missiles. But despite Optimus Primal's orders, he just can't fire. The heart wants what the heart wants, and it's not blowing up your love interest. Still, this seems to be enough to allow Ravage to fly in and blast the Predacon ship until its weapons are down, leaving the way clear to shackle Megatron.
In the name of the Pax Cybertronia and the Predacon Alliance, you are under arrest.
Oh, you are so guilty of attempted genocide. I mean, they're going to give you at least 5 years of picking up litter in an orange jumpsuit for that. But there it is. The Beast Wars are finally ended in victory. No more fighting ever. Tomorrow, more fighting as Beast Wars continues.
All hail the Overlord! All hail the Overlord!
Shut up. Forgive us. We've been fighting Megatron a long time.